Hi, second graders. So today we're going to be talking about counting back change for $1. So you get to pretend to be a cashier in this lesson. So I have a few items that you're going to pretend to be the cashier for. So let's start with this candy bar. So this candy bar is 25 cents. So I would pay 1/4. 1/4 is 25 cents. So I'd pay 1/4 for this candy bar. But let's say I only had $1 to pay, and I have to think how much change would I get back. So if I gave the cashier this dollar for this candy bar, how much change am I going to get back since it's only worth 25 cents? So we would count up from 25 cents. And the easiest way to do that would to use quarters, because if we use other coins, it's going to take a lot longer. So we have 25 cents plus another 25 cents, that's 50 cents, plus another 25 cents, that's 75 cents, plus another 25 cents, that's 100 cents, and that's $1. So this would be $1. And so if I paid 25 cents, I'd have to figure out how much change I have. So I take away 25 cents. So I have 25, 50, 75. So if I were to pay $1 for this candy bar that costs 25 cents, that cashier would give me 75 cents back. 75 cents back. As my change for $1. So let's try another one. Let's go to this next one. I have a thing of hand sanitizer here, and it is 50 cents. So once again, we know that 50 cents can just be shown as 2/4, so 25, 50. So we know it costs that much, but once again, I'm going to say, what if I paid for this with $1? How much change would I get back? So I give the cashier $1, and I have to think, okay, so if the hand sanitizer costs 50 cents, so this is how much it costs, I have to count up until I get to the amount of $1. So I have 25, 50, and we're going to use quarters again, 75, 100. And so then once again, we're just going to separate it. So we know that this is the amount it costs. So this is the change that the cashier would get back to me. And it's 25, 50 cents. So if I were to pay for this hand sanitizer that is 50 cents with $1, I would get 50 cents back in change. Okay. Do another one. Let's look at this one. So I have these scissors here, and they're 40 cents. So 40 cents can be shown as, let's do it with dimes. So a dime is worth 10 cents. So you have 10, 20, 30, 40. So we know that this is how much the scissors are worth. But once again, I'm going to say that I paid for these scissors with $1. So I need to find the change that it would be. So we're going to do a mix of coins with this one. So if we know that this is the amount that it costs, so we'll start with that. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40. And then we'll add another dime. That's 50. So this is 50 cents. And then we're going to use quarters. So 50 plus 25, oh my, and plus another 25. So let's do some quick mental math here. So we know this is 50, and we have 25 and 25, and we know that 2/4 is 50. So what is 50 plus 50? 50 plus 50 is 100. And so we have 100 cents here. And so 100 cents is equal to $1. So once again, we're going to separate this. So we know that the 40 cents is how much it costs, so I'm not going to be getting that back. But if the cashier were to give me their change back, they would give me 2/4 and a dime. So that's 25, 50 plus 10 is 60. So this would be the amount of change that I would get back for giving $1, 60 cents in change. Okay, I'm gonna do another one. Okay. This camera is 60 cents. 60 cents, so we're gonna find 60 cents. So I'll do it with 2 quarters, 25, 50, plus a dime, 60. So we know that this is how much it costs. So I'm gonna put that there. And we're gonna pretend that I pay for it with $1 once again. So I pay for it with $1, but we need to find the change that I would get back. So we already know that we have this amount. So this is 25, 50, and this is 60. Let's use dimes again. So we have 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So this is 100 cents right here, which is equal to $1. And we know that this is our 60 cents, 25, 50, 60. And so this would be the change I get back. So let's count it. 10, 20, 30, 40. So if I paid for this camera with $1 and it cost 60 cents, I would get 40 cents back. Okay? And do one more. I have a speaker and it's worth 75 cents. So let's do this with quarters because that's the easiest coins to use for 75 cents. So we have 25, 50, 75. Okay? So 75. This is how much it would cost. And I paid for it with $1. And so if I pay for it with $1, we know that this is 75 cents. Now this one we can actually just add one more coin. We can add another quarter, and that would get us to a full $1. So that means that if this is the 75 cents that I spent, so I'm not going to get it back, but I would get 25 cents back if I paid for the speaker with this dollar bill. You can also think about different ways that you could use other coins. So if I know that I'm going to get 25 cents back in change from the cashier, I could also get 2 dimes and a nickel back because that's 10, 20, 25, and that's the same as the quarter. You could also get maybe even 2 dimes and 5 pennies back. There's a lot of different ways that I could get the change back because that's also equal to 25. So this is 25, that's 25, this is 25. But we try to use the coins that are going to be the easiest and the least amount. And so the quarter would be that because we would only need 1. And these ones you need a bunch of different coins. Okay? So remember that when you're thinking about the change you would get back or that you would give back as a cashier when paying with $1, you think of the difference. So one way that you can solve this without using the coins, I'll show you, is we know that $1 is 100 cents. So you could write 100, and we know that the speaker is 75 cents. So this would involve a lot of borrowing, but we're gonna try it anyway. So you can subtract it, and that's another way that you can find your change. You'd still have to figure out what coins to use, but you would know the exact amount of change that they would get back. So 0 minus 5, can't do that. There's not enough up here, so we need to borrow. But if we go over 1, we need to borrow again because there's not enough in the 0. So we would have to go all the way over to the hundreds place to borrow. And so that would be 0. And then this would be 10. Make that 1 bigger. This would be 10. And we could cross that out and then become 9. And then this would be 10. So now we have 10 minus 5. And that is 5. And now we have 9 minus 7. And that is 2. And we have a 0 there, so we don't need to put anything there. And that just shows us that our answer was correct, that the change would be 25 cents. So the easiest way is to think about the coins that we would have because this involves a lot of borrowing, but this just shows us that we had the right answer. So remember that when you're giving change back for $1, It involves subtraction, and it's easiest to start with the amount that you have and just count up to 100 cents to find your difference and to find the change that you would give back.